Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This pick a card reading is going to take a look at your superpowers, your gifts, your talents, maybe your spiritual abilities. What are they? Maybe they are things that you don't even know that you have or possess at this time. Maybe they are spiritual gifts and or superpowers that maybe need to be yet uncovered, right? So if you have not as of yet chosen a crystal on the table, go ahead and do that now. There are timestamps down below where you can go directly to the portion of the video where there's a picture clip in silence and a video clip up close of the crystals in silence as well. So that way you're not disturbed with any background noise during the selection process. You can pause during that portion of the video to take as much time as you need in order to choose. And if during that time you feel led to pick more than one crystal on the table, by all means, always listen to your intuition. Choose more than one if you feel it necessary. Listening to your intuition is always going to be highly encouraged here, right? So if you feel led to more than one, go with what you feel. So these readings are timeless, right? So whether you watch it at the upload time or sometime later down the road, whenever it's placed into your awareness and you feel an intuitive nudge to watch, there may indeed be a message here for you. Nonetheless, what I always say is that these readings are general. Can't possibly expect to connect with the many of you that are watching, although I hope you manage to find a message here. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And let's say if this particular reading doesn't connect for you in some way, maybe consider checking out my Pick a Card playlist before you click off my channel altogether. I have a bunch of readings I've already done on many different topics, from career to spirituality to love to even your birthday messages. I also have timeless zodiac sign readings there as well if you're looking for additional messages from spirit perhaps. So take some time, have fun exploring my channel. Who knows what you might come across. I trust that the magic will lead you right and true to the message that you need for confirmation on your journey. I love that. I love when that happens, basically. I trust the magic in the way that it works and the way that guides us, leads us, and directs us. And I know that it will do the same for you too. So much love to you wherever you are. I will go ahead and meet you at your reading. Pile number one, you chose the Amethyst as your crystal for your reading. I'm going to put that there. This is the card that you chose. We are looking at your superpowers, your special abilities, your talents, your skills. Maybe it's something of a spiritual nature that maybe you have yet to even uncover for yourself. Sometimes we know what our gifts are, sometimes we don't. So maybe this will help you kind of discern and or trigger something for those of you maybe who don't know yet. So I have this card here. This is the El Qui Oracle. So that's your card, but I'm going to actually grab another one. All right. So we're going to do more than one of this Oracle deck. So pile number one, we are going to be looking at your superpowers, skills, talents, abilities, spiritual gifts. What are your skills, talents, abilities, spiritual gifts, your superpowers? Pile number one more card. Okay. We're going to start with these two first. Okay, so we have she who resists, audace, I guess that's how you say it. Fearlessness, justified, resistant. And then it says Yelena, she who knows, wisdom, clarity, resolution. So pile number one, viewers, your spiritual gift and or your superpowers in general, right, is that you have a fearlessness about you, of resilience and a resistance. Like, it's like once you believe in something, you will stick up for that, you will stand up for that. There is also a sense of discernment and justice, right? You have a strong sense of right and wrong, and you don't back down, okay, from what it is that you believe in. And there's a certain type of fearlessness that is willing to put up a fight for whatever it believes in. And that is the energy, I feel like, of an advocate, right? So one of your spiritual superpowers and or gifts, talents, abilities is that you have a way of standing up for the things that you believe in. You maybe are an advocate for those who don't have a voice, or maybe you have a strong sense of belief in something, and like a strong conviction about something, and you follow through with that. You follow through in the direction of the things that you believe in. Do you see? So that is a gift. And, you know, everybody at one time in their life is going to need somebody to stand up for them, right? So I believe that one of your gifts is that you have the ability to do that fearlessly without worrying about what other people may say or think, right? If you believe in something, you go with it, you stick to your convictions, and you're a rock, right? You're solid like a rock that way. You also have a lot of innate wisdom within yourself, right? This card speaks of having wisdom, clarity, and resolute, right? You're very, very resolute when it comes to, you know, things that you, again, feel very strongly about. So again, there's not a lot of changing your mind, even I could go so far as to say. And again, that is a gift. That is a superpower, because when you feel something very strongly, maybe even intuitively, you have an ability to follow through with that conviction, that gut knowing, right? That wisdom and that clarity that maybe spirit delivers to you that you can't be talked out of. So I love that spirit is saying here that when you know, you know. Okay. And good luck to anybody to try to convince you out of what you know to be true or to be very clear to you. Like when something is made super clear to you, right? There's no way that anybody could try to convince you out of that. And there's a lot of wisdom. I'm getting the vibe of like old soul energy. Right. So you may have that old soul that just knows things. You don't know how you know things. You just know. That's a psychic gift too. You might also have psychic abilities. And it's really the ancient wisdom within you that speaks to you and through you. Okay, like I said, when you know something, you don't know how you know, you just know. And it's made very clear and precise and very cut and dry. Like it almost feels like spirit gives you that discernment in such a clear, precise way that when you truly know something on a gut instinct level, right? That's what it is. And there's this feeling coming from these two cards that you always get shown in some way something confirmed to you outside of you in regards to the feeling that you had. And then there's this feeling of like, I knew it. I felt it ahead of time. I knew it ahead of time. Spirit downloaded that to me ahead of time very clearly. And I trusted the message that I got. And boom, here goes the confirmation. Here's the proof, you know? And that is a gift. That is a superpower, to have such a strong discernment. Again, I feel like that's your ancient self, your ancient wisdom that comes through to speak to you, to give you what you need when you need it. And maybe you navigate your life and follow through with that. Okay. It's just a strong sense of knowing. So let's see if we can get some more cards. What are your superpowers, your gifts, your talents, abilities, your skills? Let's see. Pile number 1. Whoa, okay. Wow. Okay, so this makes sense. You have counseling and energy healing, okay? Let's go back to this, because if you have a strong sense of wisdom, knowing, and understanding, right, in regards to yourself and the world around you, again, that your ancient wisdom, your ancient soul self just knows things. You just know. You just have a sense of knowing, right? And this knowing gives you information, downloads things to you, perhaps, with wisdom and clarity that you can depend on and count on. Maybe that's something that you've always followed, okay? Ever since it was, ever since maybe you connected with it. Maybe it's something that you've always followed, okay? And it makes sense that the counseling card comes up, because it's saying that you have the ability to counsel others with your wisdom, with your knowing, right? It says you heal with kind words, wise advice, wisdom and wise advice, and an empathetic ear. Again, it's this feeling of being an advocate. Maybe some of you are counselors in your everyday working life, right? Maybe some of you do energy healing. It says your natural energy healing abilities are an important part of your life purpose. So again, maybe these are gifts too, that some of you may already know you possess these gifts. Others of you may have yet to uncover them. But this can give you a clue as to what your gifts are and maybe where your purpose lies, right? So I love the energy healing card here because in order to do energy healing, right, you have to have a strong conviction. You have to have a strong belief in what you're doing. A lot of healing oftentimes comes from the belief and the faith that you can heal. Okay? And that does take, again, a resolute nature. And I feel that if you are an energy healer, maybe you have a very strong faith and knowing in what you do and the services that maybe you provide. But I also feel like this is saying that if you are pursuing the energetic healing path in whatever form it comes in, because it can come through in very different, in a variety of ways, basically. You could do sound healing, you can do hands-on healing, you could do Reiki. You know, there's a lot of different ways that you can heal. But there's a confidence, right, and a fearlessness that's required to step into that path, because it is a path of trusting, right? You have to trust the way Spirit is guiding you and leading you to pursue that path. Again, that's where the fearlessness comes in, right? You got to trust Spirit to guide you down this path of purpose with a very strong conviction and fearlessness. Right? The counseling energy, that you can do counseling and energy healing in one go, right? You can energy heal and counsel people at the same time. So maybe that's one of your abilities, because you have such a strong wisdom about you, such a strong knowing. It also gives you the faith and the fearlessness to pursue your purpose. So some of you have maybe are watching this for confirmation of, you know, where your soul has been stirring you in regards to your purpose. And now you're getting the confirmation you need, maybe that you do have an ability, right, that is maybe worth pursuing. So let's see. Pile number 1. Your superpower gifts and abilities. Let's see if we can maybe get 2 cards here. All right. This is the Lightseer's Tarot. Yeah, I mean, you have the Page of Cups here, right? And then you also have the Six of Swords. So to me, the Six of Swords is a card of healing. It is a card of leaving a lot of things behind you and pursuing the path of least resistance, right? Funny that this does say resistance, but it's almost like there's a different kind of connotation though to it with this card versus the Six of Swords. Again, it's the feeling of the resistant, right, of this card that I was picking up. It was like, you know, when you don't back down, right? You don't give up. You stay true to your convictions. When you have a strong belief in something, you stick to that, right? And you're not going to budge. Maybe a little stubborn, you know, but sometimes that's very necessary and helpful, okay, to be that way. That means you have a very strong sense of self and your own personal boundaries, which is always healthy, right? With the Six of Swords, the path of least resistance is like, there's a different aspect of that. It's basically you go in and you flow in the way that Spirit guides you and leads you. And you stay, again, very true to that. One of your gifts and superpowers is that when you decide something, again, you hold true to it. And you move in the direction of it. Six of Swords is about moving in the direction of something ahead of you. and turning your back on the things that don't align with you anymore in order to put you on the path of alignment. So you may naturally just turn away from the things that don't feel right to you, the things that don't resonate with you. Again, that takes a very strong conviction, right? In order to move in the direction of the things that do. And that's where the fearlessness also comes in. So it's like basically this feeling with the Six of Swords that you don't let anything hold you back from moving in the direction of the things that feel right to you. And if you have to leave some things and people and situations behind and turn your back on those things with the Six of Swords in order to move in the direction that feels good to you, you will. Six of Swords is always moving in the direction of its healing. Moving in the direction of what feels right and flows, right? It kind of feels like if there's anything that tries to put a blockage up against you, you'll put your foot down and turn the other way and say, okay, well, I don't have to deal with this. Peace, I'm out. You know, that kind of thing. Page of Cups is an energy that's super inquisitive, always open, learning, growing. So you're always open to learning new things and exploring the depths of yourself and the life around you, right? That's how you gain wisdom from your experience, is to stay open and curious like any page would to the world around you. And it's also about trying to keep an open heart. So even though you are super strong in your boundaries, your beliefs, and all of that, with the Page of Cups, you still keep an open heart and open mind towards learning new things, because pages are students of life. And you keep an open heart and open mind in regards to the way that Spirit speaks to you, because the pages do deliver messages. So I feel like you get a lot of downloads to your heart space, and you follow through with those to move you in the right direction with the Six of Swords. And also the Six of Swords with this energy here is giving me the vibe that you're not going to tolerate anything that, again, doesn't resonate with your soul, that doesn't feel right or good to you. You will always be true to yourself in that way, because in being true to yourself, you're being true to Spirit. You're loyal to the way that the universe speaks to you, because that's where all your wisdom, clarity, and understanding comes from with this card, right? And that is a gift. That is a blessing, to be able to be so strong in your knowing, and that you always follow faithfully in the direction of that. But it is this faith in yourself, faith and trust in the universe, that brings you the wisdom and understanding to, again, maybe pursue your purpose of service, because I'm looking at these two cards like service, okay, service to others, which then allows you to, again, because you have such a strong wisdom, clarity, and understanding about you, you're able to counsel others because you just know things, right? And maybe the words come easy to you, but at the same time as the words come easy to you, you're also able to have and give an empathetic ear. And that is a gift, for real. Page of Cups, again, creative energy too. So you might get a lot of creative downloads, and you naturally flow in the direction of those things, because being your creative self with the Page of Cups. Did I say Page of Swords? Anyway, Page of Cups. Being your most creative self and being able to tap into that intuitive energy, which inspires creativity, right? Helps you connect to your higher self. So there's always new things maybe stirring in your heart creatively that you feel passionate about pursuing, and you're very focused. It kind of feels like the energy here is hyper focused. Again, once you're determined about something, you have a very strong feeling or conviction about something, you put your energy and love, okay, Page of Cups, you put your heart and energy and soul into the things that matter to you, okay? And you're always open and curious in the direction of those things. So let's see if we can get a couple cards here to close out this reading for you. Pile number 1, viewers, in regards to your superpowers, gifts, and abilities. Let's see. Okay, I just want 2. It's 3, but let's see if we can get 2 cards. There's one and there's two. Okay. All right. So it says, that's interesting. Okay. It says channel. You are a channel through which healing energy reaches the world. Well, there you go with your energy healing. Okay. And then what is that? Okay. It says abundance. When your heart's intention is to serve humanity, doors of abundance naturally open to you. So again, the feeling here is of energy healing, being able to be of service, as I said earlier, and then being able to channel that energy, whether it be energetic or wisdom, right, from spirit, to be able to channel that and share that with others in some maybe creative way, or in a way of counseling, or in a way of energetic healing. Again, you are a vessel for that. Again, Page of Cups, right? You're a vessel. The Page of Cups holds a cup. So you are definitely a vessel for this. And it says here, when you go and pursue that purpose and or ability to be of service, right, the doors of abundance naturally open up to you. Okay. So this is saying that your abundance is going to come from being of service to others in some form or fashion, right? And abundance can come in many different ways. It's not just monetary, but abundant relationships, right? Abundant experiences. A lot of beauty comes into your life through these interactions with others while performing a service and or pursuing your purpose. So pile number 1, this is your reading. I will leave you here. If you feel that this has helped and connected for you in some way, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. If you want to support my channel beyond YouTube, check me out on Etsy. The link to my Etsy store is down below in the description box. Pay me a visit. I have handmade crystal jewelry there, powerful tektite crystals like moldavite and Libyan desert glass, Lemurian seed crystals there as well. So pay me a visit if you have a chance. Check me out at any time. Sending much love wherever you are. Take care and always keep shining. Pile number 2. You chose this lovely piece of tiger's eye. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. There's that flash. So that is your crystal. I'm going to put that there. This is your card. This is the Elqui Oracle. I'm going to use more of these cards to get the message out to you. So for your reading, we are looking at what are your superpowers? What are your spiritual gifts, talents, and abilities? Maybe they are spiritual gifts, talents, and abilities perhaps that you're not even fully aware of yet, but maybe this reading will help trigger it, right? So let's see. So we are looking at your gifts, talents, and abilities, your superpowers. Pile number 2. Let's see if we can get one more card. All right, let's start with these 2 first, and I have other cards I'm going to pull over. All right, so it says, she who waits, Manara, patience, waiting, determination. Oh, and I love the butterfly in her hand. I don't know if you can see that. I feel like the glare is really bad, but there you go. So I would even go so far as to say transformation because of the butterfly there too. And that's okay. It feels like you could be patient during a transformation process, right? You're determined, and it's like this feeling of you'll take as long as it takes to become the person that you're meant to be, you know? That's the feeling this card is giving me. All right, and then it says remorse, guilt, and forgiveness. She who forgives. So you have an ability to not only be determined towards and have a lot of patience for people, right? Probably for people and things in general. So you may have the gift of patience and forgiveness towards things, situations, and people in general. You also have a very determined nature. So it also feels like you'll do whatever it takes. You'll wait as long as it takes to achieve the things that you desire in life. And you're willing to shift and transform your world in order to arrive at these things, right? You'll do whatever it is. That's the determination here. Also, because the butterfly energy is there, I can't help but think of the ability to transmute energy as well as one of your superpowers and or gifts. You have the ability to let go, forgive, release. I feel like you don't hold on to the guilt. You don't hold on to remorse. You don't hold on to regret. You kind of transmute these energies, even if they don't feel good, right? You transmute the dark or the shadow aspects that you feel in regards to situations, people, places, and things. You have the ability to transmute this, just like a butterfly is a transmutative energy. So that's why I'm saying this. You have the ability to transmute this energy, maybe in the world around you, in your environment. You might be one of those people that your superpower is that you walk into a room and you can feel the tension, and somehow just by your presence being there, it dissipates. It breaks it apart. Okay, that's what I'm feeling here with these two cards. So let's see. I have the Life Purpose Oracle. What else do we have here for you? Pile number 2 in regards to your superpowers, gifts, talents, abilities. Like, I feel like this energy of like shifting the mood the minute you are present. You have the ability to shift the mood. Shift the vibe, right? So it's not lingering in the negative. Let's see, what else do we have here for pile number 2 in regards to your gifts, talents, skills, abilities, your superpowers. One. Let's grab one more. All right, so we have, oh, look, that's crazy. I mentioned the environment, right? You have the ability to shift the energy or the mood around in your environment. And then you have the environmentalist. It says you're an earth angel who was born to protect, nurture, and teach about nature and the animals. So, oh, that's beautiful. Oh, wow. Some of you might actually have a book inside of you that is or needs to come out, right? It says you have a book. Yeah, you have a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write it. Wow. I love that. So there's a story that you need to tell. There's a story inside of you that's needing to be shared. You might have a very good like talent for writing, journalism, maybe, creative writing, or expressing yourself through words, writing, and maybe even reading. Maybe you're a good orator. Maybe you're a good public speaker, right? These are all gifts and talents and skills that could be useful in transmuting energy around you in your environment, or shifting the energy in others, and as well as in yourself, obviously. The environmentalist card is telling me that you maybe love nature. Maybe you have, maybe that's where you grab a lot of your energy from. Maybe it gives you an energetic boost to be out in nature. Likewise, being out in nature, grounding, right, earthing, that can transmute energy too, just by putting your feet on the ground, right? You're absorbing the ions that oftentimes your shoes, your own shoes, because they have a rubber sole, you can't connect with. The earth has ions that are needed for us to connect with, but because we wear rubber soles on our feet, it kind of blocks the transmission. So it kind of feels like some of you might have the superpower of absorbing Mother Nature's energy and then sharing that with others. Okay. Maybe that's where you draw your superpowers from. Maybe some of you like to be out in nature and explore and learn, right? Put your hand on a tree and receive a download that way. Maybe you love working with herbs and plants, plant medicine, right? Animal medicine, right? Because it's saying that, you know, you like to be out in nature, to learn, to explore from the flora and the fauna, right? This is telling me that you have a special connection to the world around you. That Mother Nature itself wants to speak through you. Maybe you don't even realize that yet, right? So there's a lot of different things going on here, but I think these are all special to you, pile number 2, in a sense that, you know, you are a very patient, determined person. You have the ability to transform and change your life and maybe even the lives of people around you. You have a very, very forgiving, loving nature. Okay. You don't hold on to things that will hurt your inner being. Like, you don't hold on to things of the past. You don't hold on to negative energies, right? What you do instead is you transmute them. That is a gift. You have the ability to forgive, so you can basically heal. You know, a lot of times when you forgive, you're forgiving someone, you're not really doing it for them so much. You're doing it for yourself. So you don't have to hold on to that energy of, you know, resentment and all that can actually cause physical dis-ease. Okay? Disease. That's a lot of times when negative emotions, they pile up inside of us, they create disease. That's proven, scientifically proven. So the feeling is here is like your spiritual gift is that, or one of your gifts is that, and talents and abilities is that you don't hold on to the things that will hurt your inner being. You release them and or transmute them. Forgiveness, I guess, that's one word of, you know, to describe it, in order to move forward. Maybe one of the ways that you use to heal yourself is through nature. Or writing to express yourself. Again, transmuting the energy, right? For example, like some of the best songs were written during times of heartbreak, right? But they're transmuting that negative experience into something that is powerful through a song, right? They get it out on paper. They write their music. Some of you might write music. Or write poetry, right? That's a way of transmuting the energy, getting it out of you, putting it on paper. It's like a release, okay? Yeah, and you know, some of you might have a way of expressing yourself with words in a way that heal too, okay? Not only for yourself, but maybe help heal others by using your voice in some way, your speech, the written word. Maybe some of you do have a book that maybe you contemplate writing one day, and that will be your gift to the world. That will be your superpower. Okay, maybe some of you have an idea in mind here with this card to help Mother Earth in some way or share her in some way. And that'll be your gift to the world. Okay? And I feel like you're determined enough that if you want to write a book one day, if you want to do something with the environment to help in some way, you will, right? So let's see here. We have the Lightseers Tarot. What is your gift, superpower, skill, and ability? Pow. Number 2 viewers. Spirit's also saying over here with this card that if you really want to write something, right, take the time. You got to take the time, right? Take the time for it. You might be an author one day, or maybe the future you is already an author, right? So let's see what we have here. Wow, 2 of Cups, and we have the Hangman. So in regards to your spiritual abilities, all right, this is super powerful here with the Hangman, considering, and we also have the 2 of Cups. Again, this is about bringing alignment to yourself, right? And or others. The 2 of Cups is an energy of union with another, or with something, or within ourselves. And it is a beautiful energy because it's saying that, I don't know why I just got the vibe, but when you hold the vision, when you see eye to eye with it, right? Because 2 of Cups can talk about seeing eye to eye. When you hold the vision, when you see eye to eye with something or someone, it transforms them or you. Like 2 of Cups is about coming into alignment. So maybe some of you are coming into alignment with your gifts right now. and or you are coming into union with your divine feminine masculine within to be able to access the things that you envision for yourself. Okay, that feels like a side note, but it felt important. Crazy, the Hangman is here because this energy talks about patience and waiting, right? That is the Hangman. He is often very patient and waiting. But it's during that time of stillness and non-action is where the Hangman receives enlightenment, gains healing, clarity, and understanding. So oftentimes in our quiet moments, our moments of stillness, it's purposeful. Okay? It's purposeful to prepare us for something, prepare us for an action we're about to take. And it's a moment of inaction or rest before things start taking off. Right? It's the preparation mode sometimes with the Hangman. You gain wisdom, enlightenment in a position perhaps of waiting, patience, and or restriction. Just like a butterfly, right, is in a cocoon, there's things happening underneath the surface in that cocoon that we can't always see. Right? And maybe one of your gifts is that in those moments of stillness with the Hangman, of waiting, and where nothing seems to be happening around you, you still know that there's things happening underneath the surface on your behalf. Right? And you trust. Maybe one of your gifts is that you trust that Spirit is always going to deliver the answers that you need and bring you into alignment with whatever it is that you need with these two cards. Again, one of your abilities is that you can see eye to eye with people. Right? You can see the bigger picture with the Hangman. Two of Cups is this, the seeing eye to eye, you know, with someone. Maybe even with the Two of Cups and the Hangman, the ability to see the deep, on a deeper level, be able to see into people, situations, and things on a deeper level, to gain a more profound sense of understanding into people, situations, and things that helps you see the bigger picture in any given situation that you're put in. And maybe that's where you do have the ability, right, to forgive people and move past it. Because you have that, again, you're able to see the bigger picture. Maybe step outside of yourself and take a look at the situation from the outside looking in. Okay, that's what I'm getting from these two cards. Also, Two of Cups. I can't help but think of aligning your mind and your heart. Right? You have the ability to marry your mind and your heart together. When it comes to something that you are determined about, when it comes to something that you want to achieve. You bring your mind and your heart into alignment and coherence and in marriage, right? Because you marry the mind and the heart in order to manifest. So you may have a very strong ability to be able to do that. And that does take determination and does take patience, because we got to give the universe the time, right, to bring it to fruition. We might align the energy, but we got to give the universe time to do the work and deliver it to us. And that maybe is what the waiting is for. You don't mind waiting. It'll take as long as it takes, right? But you're determined that it will happen for you. Two of Cups is about, you know, love as well, right? Union, coming into union within oneself, but coming into union with other people. And again, you may have the ability, or one of your gifts is that you can reach people, right? Through your words, with your author energy over here, with your your writing, your poetry, maybe, you know, whatever it is that you do or you put on paper, you have the ability to reach people and relate to them with the Two of Cups. And they have ability to relate to you. And again, maybe that's how you transmute energy around you, is by your ability to be relatable. Obviously, you have profound insight over here that you maybe share with others in some way. And people can relate to with the Hangman, right? You relate to, and the profound, right? The profound wisdom and enlightenment that you have, you maybe share it. So you are relatable. People relate to you through that work. Whether it be with nature, whether it be with your writing or your speaking abilities, right? Let's see if we can get one more card. One more card. Okay. So it says, light. It's time to reveal your radiant light to the world. Okay. And then this one says, fruition. Rest assured your dreams and visions will come to fruition. And I had mentioned that basically, you know, you will align your mind and your heart with things. And that is a talent and a skill that, you know, sometimes people grow impatient and give up on the dream before it becomes manifest. But I feel like that's not you. You are determined to align your mind, your heart for manifestation, to realize your dreams. And you are willing to wait, right, until it all comes together. Because maybe you hold on tight, right, with determination to see it transform and evolve like a butterfly, right? Butterflies need time in the womb to evolve into their greatest version before they're ready to like hatch, I guess. That's not really the right word, but you know, to hatch out of their cocoon. It's a process. It takes time, and you're willing to be patient to see all your dreams fully realized and manifested, no matter how long it takes. And you're constantly, feels like you're constantly aligning the energy with the Two of Cups in order to bring it to fruition, right? Yeah. Rest assured, Spirit's giving you confirmation right now. Rest assured, your dreams and visions will come to fruition, right? Maybe one of your dreams is to write a book. Maybe one of your dreams is to work with Mother Nature in some way, whether it be with animals, whether it be with plant medicine, somehow, right? You're willing to wait and make it happen. And maybe you will radiate your light through those works in some way. Okay? Like I said, I had the vibe that some of you had the ability to shift the energy or the mood around you in your environment, right? And in your connection with people. That's your light. You just have a natural light that you shine, and it transmutes energy just from being you, right? You transmute energy just from being you. And that is one of your gifts and your superpowers. So pile number 2, this is your reading. If you feel that this has helped and connected for you, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. Want to take it a step further to support what I do? Check me out on Etsy. The link to my Etsy store is down below. I have handmade crystal jewelry there. I make with my 2 hands on my free time. Powerful tektite crystals like moldavite and Libyan desert glass, as well as Lemurian seed crystals there also. Yeah, and I also have personal readings and or light language activations when available. So with all of that being said, Star Family, choosing pile number 2, be well, be safe, take care, and always keep shining. Pile number 3, you chose this crystal here. I don't know if you can see that. There's like a rainbow stripe in this one. There we go. That's your crystal. And I'm going to put that there. This is your card. I will pull that over in a minute. I just want to grab some more of this oracle. This is the Elqui oracle. And for your reading, we are looking at what is your superpower, your special gift, talent, and or maybe spiritual ability, right? So let's see here. What is, and maybe these are some things that maybe you're not fully aware of, right, as of yet, but maybe this reading might trigger you, right, to awaken it or to know of it. So let's see here. Pile number 3. What is your special skill, talent, and or ability? What is your superpower? Pile number 3. All right, I'm going to start with these two first before I grab other cards. All right, so we have here Primavera, she who begins, launch, actualize, oh my gosh, actualize, why can't I say that? She who launches, actualizes, and knows her potential, right? Okay, so sorry. Let's see here. She who instigates, Regina, leadership, provocation, and power. So launch, actualize, potential, leadership, provocation, and power. Okay. Wow, these are pretty intense, right? I mean, especially look at the snake energy here, right? Snake animal medicine is all about healing, transformation, and transmutation, regeneration. Okay, so a lot of symbolism there. And then you get the butterflies. Wow, butterflies are very similar in the sense that they speak of change and transformation and metamorphosis. So what this is telling me is that you, when you decide to start something, you follow through with it. Okay. You don't leave things unfinished, it feels like. I feel like if you begin them, you start them, you finish them, basically. We have two energies of beginning or initializing, right? Or initiating something, because we have the instigate. Like you can instigate something, right? When you instigate something, you start something. And then it says, she who begins. So you have the power to, when you want to do something, you do it. You'll launch something, actualize something off the ground. You won't hesitate. That may be one of your gifts, that when you decide to do something, you just do it. And you step into your power, like you claim your power in order to do it. Right? You initiate things when they need to be initiated. So for instance, if someone is hesitating, right? You'll jump in. Take the lead. And there's this feeling of like, if you want to just do it, just do it. Like, what's the problem? Why are you waiting? Why are you hesitating, right? I don't feel like you're one of those people that will hesitate or wait. Like, if you see something, if you see a need, you will fulfill it, right? You won't hesitate to jump in. You won't hesitate to lend a hand or take action towards something. It's a feeling of being a go-getter. So power number 3, viewers, one of your skills, talents, and abilities is that you, or one of your superpowers is that you may be one of those go-getter people. Like, you don't just sit on your butt, and just wait for something to happen. You are willing to take the action necessary to initiate whatever needs initiating. You will step into your power and make something happen. You will take the first step towards something, and you have the ability to finish what you start. So if you say, I'm going to do this, you actually do it. You're not all talk. You are very much lots of action, okay, is what this is saying. I also have the Life Purpose Oracle here. So let's see. What else is your superpower, your gifts, talents, and or abilities? Pile number 3. Wow, okay. Let's see. It says, time to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's true desires. And then it says creative expression. Your soul longs to express itself creatively. Again, launching a project. Right? For some of you who maybe have not quite taken the action yet, this is telling you it's time to decide. It's time to launch. It's time to do. All right. It could be something creative that it says your soul longs to express. And spirit is waiting for you to initiate this, to instigate it, to launch it, to actualize your fullest potential through this thing. So for some of you, this is a reading for a little bit of guidance, saying, what are you waiting for? Right? Because you know that once you start it, you're going to finish it. Once you start it, you're going to accomplish it. So all you got to do is decide. It says here, make a decision based on your heart's true desires. I feel like pile number 3, one of your special gifts and abilities is that you do make decisions based on the communication I'm hearing, okay? The communication given to you through your heart space. I feel like your soul speaks to you through your heart, and you have, I know it sounds very cliche, but you have the ability to follow your heart and follow through with your heart's desires, to take action in the direction of those things. And that is the basis of your personal power. You have the snake energy here and the butterfly energy, which both talks about change. So this is also feeling that one of your gifts, talents, and abilities and superpowers is that when you see the need for change, you make things change. You will take the necessary steps to provoke, right? Because it says provocation, to provoke change where needed. Maybe in yourself, perhaps even in others. Snake also symbolizes wisdom. Okay, it's a symbol for wisdom. And to me, it's also a symbol of waking up. A symbol of awareness. Okay, Kundalini rising, let's say, for instance, and or let's even consider Adam and Eve with the apple and the serpent in the garden. The serpent was wisdom. The serpent offering the apple actually woke them up. Woke them out of their sleep, woke them out of their slumber to be fully aware of themselves and the world around them. So yeah, that's my take on it. You don't have to agree with that, but there's this feeling of maybe one of your gifts and talents and abilities is to wake people up. Maybe you have the wisdom, the know-how, right? To maybe be the catalyst for change in others and or be the catalyst to other people's awakening. Maybe that's one of your gifts and your superpowers. Okay? I also look at this like pile number 3. You have a very strong personal sense of power where it's like, maybe you do realize how powerful you are, but if you don't, this reading is basically bringing that to your attention and saying you have the ability that honestly, when you decide to do something and you follow your heart, you will see it through. You have a lot of creative abilities, talents, skills, and gifts that if there's a creative project on your heart right now that you have not initiated or that you have been contemplating initiating, this reading is saying, look, you have the power, potential, personal leadership, right? What's the word here? You can self-managing. Yeah, you can manage yourself, right? You don't need anybody to motivate you. You can motivate yourself to get something done and to start or to finish what you start, right? So that is a gift because you don't leave anything hanging in a sense. You know how many people start creative projects and then like leave them hanging there waiting to be completed, right? But this is telling me because you have this powerful energy, these leadership skills, okay? And maybe other people look up to you as a leader too, right? You have the ability to launch something off the ground easily and actualize the full potential of it. Whenever you start a creative project, you start it so you can finish it. And this is saying you will finish it if there's something that you have yet to begin and start. Okay. So let's see. We have the Light Seers Tarot. So what else is your superpower? Talent, skill, spiritual ability, maybe, for pile number 3. All right. Wow. Yes. Ace of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. Yeah. I mean, that totally just connects with what I was saying. Okay. The Ace of Pentacles is pure potential. The Ace of Pentacles is opportunity knocking at your door. It's a blessing. And it's the initiation of something that has tangible, okay, a true tangible ability to grow and become more. The Ace of Pentacles is like the initial investment into something. It's a brand new start, open door, new beginning. And then the Knight of Wands is all about movement, action, speed, momentum in the direction of something that you're inspired with or toward. And having the motivation to drive, right? And the nudges from spirit to see it through, to follow through with it. So yeah, for pile number 3, this is something that is about to happen for you with passion. Like there's something that you're passionate about. It could be something creative, a creative project that you're super passionate about. And maybe you have yet to kind of like take this first step. But this is saying that if that's the case, you have all the power behind you to actualize it, right? To initiate, instigate it, to make it happen and have it go in your favor. That is your pure potential right here with the Ace of Pentacles, showing itself, demonstrating itself to tell you that any seed that you decide to plant will grow and bear fruit. It will root. Okay, and become something tangible. The Knight of Wands is the energy of, I'm going to follow my passions. I'm going to pursue my calling. I'm going to pursue my purpose. And I'm going to take action. I'm going to move in the direction of how I'm being led. Okay, so yeah, there's something here that needs to be brought forth. There's something here that your soul is inspired to do. And Spirit's like saying over here with these 2 cards, here's your green light with the Ace of Pentacles, follow through. Again, likewise, you have the ability to start things and follow through with them, right? That is one of your spiritual gifts and powers. You have a strong ability to do that. To take the physical steps with the Ace of Pentacles to actualize something. And then you have the follow through to finish it, which I love. Again, you have also, one of your gifts is you have the power to provoke change around you. When you see a need, you have the ability to fill it, to take the first step toward it. Right? Like you step in and you take action, you take the lead. I feel like a decisive energy from this reading as well. So one of your gifts, superpowers, is that you're super decisive. When you see a need, you fulfill it. You step in at the right time to make something happen. You might be one of those people that just show up right at the right moment, right? It's almost like, thank goodness you're here, right? Oh, I could use your help. You know, you might be one of those people. Oh, thank goodness you showed up right now. Oh my goodness, I was just thinking about you and here you are. You just appeared, right? That is definitely a superpower. And you're always willing to like lend the hand and and show up, not only for others, but you show up for yourself. Okay. Some of you might be artists. Okay, look at this card here. You might be artists. You might be painters. Okay, and that is one of your gifts and abilities. The other one is, it's like when you decide, you decide. And when you know, you know. Also, the feeling here is like when you decide something, you will throw all caution to the wind. And it's like, whatever, you're going to leap. You decided to leap, you leap, and that's it. Like, we're going to get it done. Let's see if we can get two cards. Pile number 3. Wait, hold on here. There's one. Oh, look at that. Creation. Being creative is a wonderful way of witnessing the unfolding of your limitless creative soul. Yeah. Talk about synchronicity, right? Absolutely. Let's even get one more. You are super creative. Maybe you have a lot of ideas brewing in your mind's eye, you know, heart and spirit. And it's like, you know, you want to take action upon them. Maybe some of you don't even know where to start first, as far as what talent, skill, and ability or creative idea to embark upon first. And I feel like the feeling is here, it doesn't matter which one you start first, because you can always get to the others later. But just start, right? Just start. Take the idea and run with it, as the Knight of Wands would, right? In pursuit of it. All right, so let's see what this says. Patience. Be patient. Allow destiny to unfold at its pace. And maybe that's the thing. I feel like with these two cards, you guys have a lot of skills and talents compiled within you, right? Pile number 3. And it's like, maybe you need to be a little bit patient with yourself. Maybe there's a lot of things that you want to share with the world, right? But just take it one thing at a time. And I think that's what this is saying. Allow destiny to unfold everything at its pace. Just start with one thing, with the Ace of Pentacles, plant that seed and watch that come to fruition, and then allow it to trickle down into other things, right? But I think it says, she who begins, she who instigates. The thing is to just start, okay? And allow everything else to fall into place, right? With this card here is what it's saying. So pile number 3, you have opportunities with the Ace of Pentacles that are looking to be explored. You have doors that are looking to be opened to you. This is a matter of you initiating these things that you have on your heart, following through with them, and seeing where they lead you, right? Because I feel like with the Ace of Pentacles, Spirit wants to initiate something in your life, right? And it takes you deciding to pursue it for everything to start to follow thereafter, right? To fall into place thereafter. You have the power, you have the skill, you have the ability, you have the talents. It's all there, right? For those of you who haven't initiated this yet, it's all there waiting to be explored. For those of you who have already taken action on something, this is telling me that the seeds that you have planted, okay, are taking root and will develop into something that what you've started is going to go far with the Knight of Wands. Have patience for and with the unfolding of it all, because at the end of the day, you sharing your creative gifts is what's going to allow this to kind of like create a snowball effect for you. You have unlimited potential within you, and Spirit wants you to nurture that potential, right, and express it fully, all right, because that is the basis of your personal power. So pile number 3, this is your reading. If you feel that this has helped and connected for you in some magical way, please do let me know in the comment section down below. like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. You want to take it a step further to support what I do beyond YouTube, check me out on Etsy. The link to my Etsy store is down below. Pay me a visit. I have handmade crystal jewelry there. I make with my 2 hands on my free time. Powerful tektite crystals like moldavite and Libyan desert glass. I also have Lemurian seed crystals there, as well as personal tarot readings and light language activations when available. So much love to you, pile number 3 viewers. Take care of yourself and always keep shining. Pile number 4, you chose this crystal here. This is Carnelian. For your reading, I'm going to put that there. This is your card. There's obviously a message on the back of that. I will obviously incorporate that into the reading as well. I just want to make sure that I get more cards out on the table. This is the Elqui Oracle. So we're going to be taking a look, pile number 4 viewers, at your superpower, your gifts, your talents, your abilities, maybe even your spiritual abilities. Maybe they are gifts, talents, and abilities you don't even know you possess yet, right? Sometimes it takes readings like this or something outside of you, like a synchronicity or serendipity, to confirm something to you and or bring it to your attention or wake it up inside of you. So some of you might be aware of these gifts and others of you may not yet know you possess them, right? So let's see, pile number 4. What is your superpower, your special gift, talent, and ability? Let's see. Your superpower, pile number 4 viewers. I'm going to start with these 2 cards first, and then I have other cards I'm going to pull from. So this says, she who remains, powerful, devotion, true worth. And then we have, she who rises up, pearl, empower, uplift, and elevate. Manatili, I guess I'm saying, I don't know if I'm saying that right. But this is beautiful. This is basically saying that one of your gifts, talents, and abilities is to always stand in your worth, to know your value. You have the power to uplift others, I feel, is one of your gifts as well. You rise up from any situation. So if you get knocked down, you get right back up, is the feeling here with these 2 cards. You have a very strong sense of devotion. So again, when there's something that you believe in, you will devote all your energy into it. You will give it all you got. And there's a feeling of loyalty coming from this card as well. So I know it doesn't say that on the card, but I can't help but think of very loyal. Maybe loyal to yourself, maybe loyal to your truth, maybe loyal to your own visions, right? Loyal to others. Maybe you have the ability to see the value in others, the value in things, right? Even when maybe the world or other people would try to say otherwise. You have the power to empower others, right? To uplift and elevate those around you, maybe to raise the vibration around you as well. Also getting the vibe of like the phoenix energy, right? She does, I mean, I don't know. That looks like it to me. Maybe she has a phoenix on her back, tattooed on her back, right? So again, rising up from the ashes, right? When you get knocked down, you rise right back up. You don't stay down for long. That is one of your gifts, talents, superpowers, right? That you evolve, you transform, you change. You come back swinging every time, right? And because you have such a powerful, I would say, constitution, right, within yourself, this helps be a shoulder for others as well. Like, you know, there's this feeling of like being solid, being that rock, being that one steady thing or one steady person in another's life, right? You know, there's sometimes we all need that person, right? But then again, you know, there's also the other side to that coin is like, when you are that person, who's the rock for you, right? Who's your rock when you need one? Maybe some of you have experienced that, where like you've been the rock for so many others, but then like when you need somebody to be that rock, you know, you don't really have that. you know. But the fact that you can still deliver and still give that to others, so profoundly, right? Like your foundation is strong to the point where you can offer that strong, solid presence, right, to others when they need it. You know, you can offer that, and even though you might not have that rock for you might have not, how do I say this? You might not have that rock in someone else, right? That doesn't keep you from being the rock for others. Is what this is saying. So I'm going to grab, I have the Life Purpose Oracles, pile number 4. Let's see. What is your superpower, your gift, talent, skills, abilities? Let's take a look. Pile number 4. Pile number 4, your gifts, talents, superpowers, skills, and abilities. Oh, travel. Your life purpose involves traveling. And a healer. You have the spiritual gift of healing and a desire to share it with others. So again, maybe, you know, if you are that rock, right? If you are that phoenix that has risen from the ashes time and time and time and time again, maybe that's how and why you're able to be a healer in some form or fashion. Maybe spiritual healer, or, you know, healer in another way. And the reason for that is that your life may, for pile number 4 viewers, your life might be that testimony to others, right? Of what it takes to be strong and persevere and transform one's life and evolve out of the muck, out of the mud, and rise up out of the fire and the flames of adversity, right? Maybe that is how you're able to be a healer. And how you maybe are able to be devoted to something, right? Devoted to your path, devoted to your purpose. Maybe devoted to others in service to uplift the vibe, right? To raise the vibration. Maybe some of you are doing that, and that is your healing path and purpose, is to lift the vibe. To help remind others of their personal power as well. Maybe to wake them up to it. To remind them who they are. Maybe that's part of your path and your purpose. Again, loyal, right? Loyal to your mission. Loyal to your path, to your purpose. Loyal to the outcomes you see for yourself. Like that is your gift and your the basis of your personal power. It says your life purpose involves traveling. Maybe figurative travel, literal travel. Okay. Maybe, okay, the feeling here is that maybe you reach people all over the world, or maybe you have the ability to reach people in other places besides where you are. Okay, let's look at it that way. As far as the travel, maybe part of your purpose involves traveling. Maybe part of your gifts, talents, and abilities is that maybe you can astral travel. I don't know. You know, there's a whole lot of ways that I can look at the travel card in this reading. Maybe you can travel beyond time and space to heal. To heal others. Maybe distance healing, okay? With the travel card and this card together. Maybe literally you travel the world. Maybe some of you are travel vloggers. I don't know, right? But think about it. When you watch things on YouTube, you see people traveling all over the world. It opens your eyes. And I think it shows how beautiful Mother Earth is, how beautiful humanity really can be. And that is healing in itself, right? There's a wide range of ways that I can look at this travel card. Some of you may astral travel. Maybe you do energetic work that way in the spiritual realms. Maybe you do distance healing, right? Maybe that's one of your gifts, talents, and superpowers and abilities. But maybe your energetic work in regards to the way that you heal, maybe you are a nurse, maybe you are a doctor, maybe you're a traveling nurse and or doctor, right? That's possible. Maybe that is your superpower. Maybe that is your gift. I could also see this as like maybe you send healing vibes all over the world energetically. And you're not limited. Maybe your superpowers are not limited to where you sit right now or where you stand right now. Maybe you have the ability for your energy to lift the vibe no matter where you are. Okay? I feel like this reading, pile number 4, you know what you're capable of. Because you've been through so much, you can look back on your past and you can see how far you've come. Especially if you are the phoenix that has risen from the ashes. Therefore, because you've risen from the ashes, you can help others raise themselves up too, right? You have the ability to empower them, to remind them of their personal power. Maybe you're that motivational speaker. Maybe you're that that motivator in your circle, in your inner circle of friends and family. Again, you have the ability to see the value in others and you know their worth. You uplift them by reminding them of their worth and their value. That is a gift. So let me grab the tarot. Yeah, maybe like I said, if you're that phoenix that rises from the ashes, your life in itself is a testimony, right? Because you've been there, you've done that, you've been through it. You can therefore share in your experiences to remind people of what they're capable of, right? Maybe you look back on your life and you see how capable you are and how far you've come and how much you've had to climb those mountains, and yet you're still alive and kicking, right? That is your gift. That is your superpower. To come back swinging every time. And to not stay down. Even when the world would try to knock you down a few times, you come back swinging. You come back persevering. And because you have like 9 lives, okay, you're able to talk about it. You're able to share it. Your trials and tribulations, right? It's like you live them so you can maybe share it for others to learn from, right? So let's see. This is a Lightseer's Tarot, pile number 4. What is your gift, special ability, superpower? Two cards. All right. Another thing I want to say to you is maybe some of you watching maybe don't give yourself enough credit for how far you've come and how strong you are. You know, that's the feeling I'm getting here. It feels very unusual, right? Yeah, I don't know. I got the feeling that it's like, this is not pile number 4. I think you're unique in a sense that you've experienced adversity, right? And yet here you are to live to tell about it, Like that was the feeling that I got. And maybe to give yourself credit for that. Because through your healing, you then have the ability to heal others, okay? And maybe what you have to share that is so very healing extends far and wide with this travel card here, okay? But let's see what these 2 cards say. Wow, Four of Cups and the 6 of Wands. Okay. That's so funny because I was saying that I was getting the feeling that maybe you don't give yourself enough credit, right? For how far you've come, how much how many obstacles and hurdles you've climbed over, right? That would be the 4 of Cups in a sense. Because sometimes with the 4 of Cups, we look at life, or we're looking at the glass half empty versus half full. Okay. And here's over here how far you've come, but you know what I mean? You're like, you don't really see that as maybe you see it as inconsequential, right? With the 4 of Cups. But look at your victory over here with the 6 of Wands. So again, this is not, you might see it as, oh, well, this is just life, right? It's what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. I'm looking at this like the 4 of Cups, and Spirit's over here like, no, like, you don't understand. You're a warrior, right? Because the 6 of Wands is that energy of a soldier returned from battle, from war, and is still living to tell about it. And that's why the 6 of Wands speaks of victory and celebration, triumph over adversity. Like pile number 4, I was just getting a feeling, I don't think all of you realize how special you are, and that you have come so far, and that you have overcome so much, and that's to be proud of. You might look at it like, it's no big deal. But Spirit's like, yes, it is, because you've endured, right? You are living, walking, breathing testimony of what is possible to overcome in life. Because the 4 of Cups energy is that, right? And that's why I'm picking that up from these 2 cards together. It's like, don't fawn over me. Don't, like, I don't want to make a big stink out of, my life, this, that, and other, and what I've been through. But you don't realize how that can inspire somebody. 6 of Wands, right? That can be very inspiring. So again, the feeling here is through your life's journey, it is an inspiration that can, again, it's a story that can travel far and wide to help heal others in some sense. Okay? And that's very metaphysical, I know, but you've gotten through all of that for a reason. And maybe pile number 4 of Cups, right? You're still trying to figure out what that reason is, right? But Spirit is saying here, that reason is to share that, right? You've been through all that so you can get to a point where you're able to share it and therefore inspire others, heal others. And that is your superpower, right? You can be a walking, living, breathing testimony of what is possible. That is your spiritual superpower. That is your gift to the world. Okay. Maybe some of you are, I don't know if you've ever done missionary work. Like, some of you could do that. You could travel the world to help others. I think that's also, right? For some of you, travel the world to help. Literally, you could be traveling the world to help other countries in need, or stuff like that. I'm seeing that with these two cards. That's a side note too. Maybe you have a certain cause that you're devoted to somewhere across the world, and it is because you help or you volunteer your time, your energy, your love, right, to these causes. You help lift the vibe, right? So yeah, I'm like, that's interesting with these two cards, the way that came out. But let's see if we can get, oh, okay. Look at that. Magnificence. You are amazing, magnificent, and unique, but most importantly, you are enough, right? Like, here's that feeling of meh, right? Meh. That's my meh card with the Four of Cups. Again, I don't think you realize how, like, magnificent you are. You know, you may not see yourself as anything, you know, to go all crazy about, right? Maybe you don't like people making a fuss of you. Or you don't like people fussing over you, right? That's the Four of Cups energy. But you really are. You really are magnificent, right? I think you know your value, obviously. You know your value. Because if you didn't know your value, you wouldn't, and that's one of your gifts. You do know your value, and that's what makes you a fighter. Okay? That's what makes you a fighter, because you know your worth, and you're going to overcome any obstacle that is placed in front of you. You're going to climb those mountains, and you don't care. It's like, I know my worth. I deserve this, that, and other, and I'm going to do what I got to do to climb this mountain, no matter what it takes. It's that determination, right? That makes you a winner. That makes you successful with the Six of Wands. That makes you achieve anything that you set out to do. Right? Because you empower yourself. It's like you don't need that motivation from any outside source. You have that determination, right, within yourself. And one of your other gifts is that you compete with yourself, right? The only competition is with you. And it's like, you don't care what's happening around the outside world. You know, it's like, that stuff's not important. I'm going to, you know, just hone in on me. Like, what is it about me that I want to do different? What is it about me that I want to change? You know, that's the feeling that these cards are giving me. You know your worth. You're devoted to your path. Whatever it is that you seek to do, you're going to climb whatever hill, hurdle, mountain that you need to climb in order to achieve your victory. And you're more victorious. 9 times out of 10, you are victorious than not, right? Because of that. You have a strong sense of self. You know your worth. And you're going to go after whatever it is that you desire to do. You're going to achieve it. I think you try to stay low key, though, as you do it, right? Because you don't want nobody making a fuss over you. But you are amazing. And very unique. And another thing that is, even though with the Four of Cups energy, you don't always see the things happening around you that you would like to see, it doesn't deter you. Okay? Because that's sometimes the Four of Cups is that energy where you're like, nothing's happening, nothing's changing, but that doesn't stop you. That doesn't keep you or give, that's not enough motivation to, or how do I say this? That's not enough to make you quit. You're not a quitter. So even if you're not seeing the results that you want to see as quickly as you would like to see them, you don't give up on yourself. Six of Wands. You will push until you reach your victory. Okay, and you have your success. So that's also one of your gifts and talents. So let's see here. One more card, please, to finish out this reading for pile number 4. Stillness. Reflect on the moment with love, kindness, and compassion for self. Yeah, definitely. Okay. I think if anything, this is a little bit of advice to tell you to be kind to yourself, right? For one, you've been through some things, but again, that's what makes you special. That's what makes you unique, is that you're a fighter. Okay. But also maybe have a little bit more compassion for yourself, right? And your journey at times. Because sometimes when you're the strong one, right, you're holding up the fort for everybody else, but maybe you don't get a chance to, you know, to just drop the guard a little bit, all right, and focus on you. So that's just a little side note of advice. But pile number 4, this is your reading. If you feel that this has helped and connected for you in some way, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe to support this channel, and visit my Etsy shop, right? If you want to take it a step further to support what I do, I have my Etsy shop link down below in the description box. Pay me a visit there. I have handmade crystal jewelry that I make with my 2 hands in my free time. Powerful tektite crystals like moldavite and Libyan desert glass. I also have Lemurian seed crystals there now as well. And I have light language activations and personal readings when available. So much love to you wherever you are. Be safe, be well, take care. Pile number 4, viewers, and always keep shining.